How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Today starts another week. I hope you all are as excited as I am for the start of a new week. If you all are joining us live, say hello. Glad you're joining us. If you're all watching the replay, please leave a message and let me know. I am so excited to come on today because I want to talk to you about my 5 tips to help build a new student for the new year. So what do I mean by that? So many of us who are parents of middle schoolers and high schoolers, sometimes we get so stuck in struggling day in and day out. Maybe we were struggling with homework or schoolwork or test taking, and it can be so tough so many times. So often as a tutor, what I see is when I come to help students, so many times these students are a little bit resistant to every encouragement that mom and dad has to offer, right? So even though we as parents, we try to encourage and help them do better, learn better, do more towards school, so many times we're just met with resistance, right? So parents come to me saying, I don't know where to start. I want to help my kiddo, but they just don't listen to me. We struggle together. So how can I help my kiddo? So here's what I'm going to say. Now that it's the start of a brand new year, let's focus on a new year. Let's not focus on the past, whatever grade they had in the past, maybe last quarter, maybe in the beginning of the year. That is gone. Should I say the beginning of the school year, I should say, now that it's a brand new year. I am so excited to use the excitement of the new year to start our momentum towards creating and building a brand new student. So how can we help our student do more? So here's 5 tips that I would love to talk to you today. I titled this How to Help Build a New Student, but it's how we can help build them into a strong, confident, hardworking student working towards learning more and doing better in school, working towards wanting the better grade, not settling for maybe the grade they have right now, but always working towards doing better and learning better. So we're trying to build this new student, a better student, better than what they were last year. I'm a type of person that the old is gone. Let's forget the mistakes we made in the past. Let's focus on how we can make a better future. So how can me and you as parents help build this new, better, more confident student so that our teens and our preteens can just be so confident in everything that they do and that they work towards? So here is my 5 tips. Number 1, I would say, is create a New Year's vision. If your kiddo doesn't have a vision for this next year, let's sit down together and create a new vision. Give them a piece of paper and tell them, hey, look, what is it you want to see that you have, what do you want to see accomplished for this brand new year? Let's write it down. Let's create this vision of what we want to achieve together. Once they write down this new vision, have them post it up to where they can see, yes, I see that that's my new vision. That's what I'm working towards. And let's focus on making ourselves better, helping our kids become better for the new year, and not focus on maybe the grade they had last year or the grade they had last quarter. Let's not focus on past mistakes or past failures. Let's only focus on how much they can accomplish and achieve moving forward into this new year. So number 1 was create a New Year's vision with your teen. Number 2, I would say emphasize effort over grades. So if you all are new to me, I am a tutor, high school tutor, and academic mentor. And the number 1 thing I say all the time is don't focus on the grades, because grades can be misleading. Let's focus on the learning, because I've said this before, learning goes with your teen or your student year after year after year. If they have learned it, they will take that knowledge and information and go into the new year, or the next year, or the year after that. If they just have the grade won't follow them into the next year. The grade won't help them into the next school year. So let's focus on effort, putting in that right amount of hard work and the effort and the learning over the grades. If your kiddo is not an A student, that is totally okay. Not every student is going to be an all A student. Not every student should be an A student. Some students I have seen that, they get easy B's. It's easy for them. They have solid B's. They don't really work at it, because if they had worked at it, they could have gotten an A. But there are other students that work their buns off just to get that C. And for me personally, I would say more kudos should go to the student that is working their tail off to do well and to learn and to improve themselves than the student that, just kind of settled for a B just because it was easy. Let's focus on my number 2 tip. Focus on effort over grade. Let's not focus on the grades necessarily. If a student is failing, that shows an indicator that there is something missing, that there is some piece of learning that's missing. So let's focus on the learning and not the grade. Does that make sense? Okay, step number 3, help our kiddos and our teens and our students learn new skills. What I teach as an academic mentor is that students need to have good study skills in order to do well in school. And if our kids are struggling in school, it's because they don't currently have the right study skills. And if that's your kiddo, that's totally okay. I totally understand. The only thing we need to do is help teach them these new skills. So step 3 is teach them new skills, help them learn these new skills. And the top 3 skills I would emphasize is note-taking, organization, and study skills. Having those things organized, knowing how to study, how long to study, time management, those are the top 3 that we need to focus on to teach your teen or your preteen the new skills that they need for this next new year. Tip 4, let's create a new reward system. I talked about this before, about how to create a reward system. Basically, we need to create a reward system. If your teen is not intrinsically motivated to do well, to get the A, then just create a reward system that makes them motivated to put in their full effort. Because that's all we want is full effort. We can't expect them to do more than all they've got, right? So if we can create a reward system to help them learn how to give full effort, it doesn't have to be tied to grades. It just has to be tied to learning and effort. So number 4 was create that new reward system to help your teen or your preteen. Number 5, my 5th tip for how to create or build a new student for the new year is possibly look into getting a tutor. If you've watched me long enough, you know that I am not the type of person that says, go get a tutor, because tutoring is not your first option. It is your last resort when the other options haven't worked. So my number 5 tip is possibly look into going and getting a tutor. If that is what works for your family, look into it, find out the cost for the tutors near you. And that could be a great option that helps your family, especially now that there's only a few months left of the school year. Oh my goodness, the school year is almost halfway over. If I said that right, the school year is over halfway completed, right? We're already, so many of us are almost in, or either in 3rd quarter or already about to be in 3rd quarter. The school year is going by so fast. So these are my top 5 tips of how to build and create a new student or a better student or a more confident student for going into the new year, so that we can help them focus on effort and learning over grades, so that we can help them get the skills that they need for lifelong success. We don't want them to just succeed in class right now. We don't want them to just earn that A, because that A is not going to help them next year and the year after that. We want your teen or your preteen to have the skills they need for future success, for success next year, the year after that, when they go to college. That is what we need to focus on. That is what I am dedicated to helping you with your teen or your student learn these new skills. So those are my 5 tips. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them here. I cannot wait to hear back from you. I hope you all have a fantastic day today. Take care. Bye, y'all.